Welcome back to the European Challenger Series playoffs. It's time for the game 2 between Team Coast Gold and DNL.
And Coast Gold spent a lot of their resources trying to shut down Kickus, but Kickus prevailed. Kickus ended the game at 7-0 and 2, and the new players for Coast Gold stepped it up a bit, but they're going to have to just kick it into overdrive if they want to actually take a game off of DNL.
Yeah, and I know we talked about Airwalks a little bit, and I thought the plays he made were pretty good. I know Vanez got shut down pretty hard. Like, we talked about, like, shutting people down, right? So I want to talk about the first 2.5 minutes of that game, because I thought it was a great plan by Coast Gold. So they get the first buff, they identify the lane swap, and with the Rise teleport, they invade and jack Kickus' red buff. So they steal buff number 2, they've got 2 buffs to 1, and then just initiate a 4-man bottom lane. And they're just there first. Like, Kickus has nowhere to go. He can't get the other buff. He's on the wrong side of the map for it. He's on the right side of the map, but he's facing 4 people. So Kickus cannot get the second buff. He's stuck on the bottom side. He's level 2, so he can't dive either. So he's like, oh, well, I'll try to defend, and like a 2v4 defense is not very good. And so ultimately, like, Coast Gold has this like amazing early game. But so even though they deny Kickus early on, Kickus finds his way back in with ganks.
Yeah.
And he has a phenomenal game.
They got greedy, I think, with that second turret push. Should have just been a dragon and then go back to swapping it back. You have 2v2s and 1v1s.
Yeah.
And then you have constant dragon pressure because you have a turret advantage. But they decided to try and go for 2, and it did not work at all. They didn't even get to revisit that turret, I think, in the bottom lane.
No, they never showed up there ever again, really. There was never time to pressure. They never had the map control to do it. And so, right, Kickus came back after getting denied as well, right? Like, found a gank, got the first blood, got, 7 kills and 2 assists in a 12-kill game. Great play by him. Rizvan has never had that situation. Like, I know once that 2v1, like, sort of lane swap situation broke down, you had Babunia on one side and Shyvana split pushing, freezing a bit, but getting his farm and actually stayed very relevant throughout the game. Vana's never found that. Whether it was because he pushed and then got ganked afterwards, but his minion farm was never up there. Never sort of hit the Rise button and became that gigantic sort of carry force that we'd like to see from Rise.
Yeah.
And it didn't have that kind of performance.
Kind of have to find that groove again after you get 2v1'd and realize that you're basically starting the game where everybody's level 4 and you're level 1, and it's just not a good place to be. And you're like, all right, how can I farm as effectively as possible and keep up with the other guy who got 2v1, which is really what you have to look at that point. You can't be like, all right, I'm CSing against his AD carry. Like, no, I'm CS against the other guy in that 2v1 in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
And how did he do? And Babunia did phenomenal.
Exactly.
So
you had like a 70 minion kill difference at one point in that game. That was like before it like super broke down and the game was ending. It was like, Babunia kept finding farm, was under low threat. He didn't die when he was going for these pushes. He actually, I still remember there was a mid lane team fight where Babunia just elected to push bottom the entire time, got like 5 waves and 2 turrets, while Vanez is up in the top lane doing like the same thing but not putting out nearly the same pressure.
That's the solo queue right there. That's, all right guys, I'm gonna push 2 turrets. You guys just don't die mid.
Yeah.
Just 4-man push mid and I will get turrets.
He did. And his team won the fight.
Yeah. Because they were just doing so well with Kickus on top of them.
Yeah.
And pushing that advantage. And I love that early aggression. We're probably going to see a Kha'Zix ban here or first pick on the side of Team Coast Gold.
Yeah, I think setting up Airwalks for success is a good situation. Coast Gold are going to ban away Ziggs again from Nick. Draven again banned away from Ritix. I think that's the big thing. Is I feel like after Draven's been banned, I haven't seen great success from that bottom lane anymore. I thought when they were getting Draven Lulu like 7 times in a row, they played phenomenally in the bottom lane. But I haven't seen that same thing ever after.
Yeah, the round of 10, round of 20 was really interesting when Coast, back then was Osomniac, kept getting Draven, and Ritix was just carrying the game so much that if you do any research on that team, you're like, oh, Ritix? Let's not give him Draven.
Yeah.
He just destroys the lane. And Masterwork is like a perfect fit for him, too. He's like, all right, you're going to play this really aggressive early game AD carry.
Yeah.
I will shield you with Janna. I will slow them with Lulu. Just give you bonuses or give you a late game Zillion ulti.
Yeah.
Which was ridiculous when it started coming out.
Well, we'll see. Evelyn's still banned away from Airwalks. The Draven's still banned away as well. Ziggs moving. Now Thresh added to the ban list, so Perm not going to get Thresh this time around. It's funny to me because Masterwork plays a lot of Thresh in solo queues, it's most played, and just never brings it out in competitive. It's so weird that he's just, you know what, we'll ban it. I don't want to contest the pick right here. They're going to ban the Kha'Zix as well. And like if Lulu comes through, if DNL does the research, they're probably not even afraid of it. Like BB
it would
played
go down
it once.
Go down to Masterwork.
BB has played it once, but it's like it's probably gonna go to Masterwork, and Masterworks not having a great series so far.
No, he has not. So yeah, they leave the Lulu open. I assume it's going to be first picked here just so it doesn't fall into Nick's hands.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That BB can take it or Masterwork. But yeah, that was just a total read there.
Yep.
You can play your opponent from Champion Select and dictate what they're going to first pick. Then your first 2 picks are just like, all right, we'll play whatever we want to play. And you guys have to take that because you don't want us to have it.
Exactly.
It's a perfect position to be in. So Denial Esports are already off to a good start. And they actually take the Karma.
Exactly. They take 2 big picks for themselves. I mean, Karma is a great support, especially popular in Europe. Strong pushing champion, and honestly, that was the lead that Denial had, was better pushing anyway. The Lee Sin is going to go to Kikis. That was stolen away last time around by Coast Gold, so Denial getting what they want.
It's actually Babunya's most played champion in the top, so it's possible.
Yeah,
that's a flex
He's been spamming it recently in solo queue.
And I'm thinking here, too, why didn't Kikis just lock it in for himself if he's going to play it?
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I see that, and then I see, like, DSM will pick, and, like, they grab a Renekton, and, like, Autumn grabs it anyway.
Just so you can't, like, read them as well and be like, oh, it's already on Kikis. So, little mind games coming out here. Glad we did a feature on that in the past.
There you go, mind games, you don't know. Lee Sin support if you're in Korea. We see it once in a while. So, new pickups here. I like this, actually. I think this is the right choice. Jinx goes in for Riddick's, a great pushing champion, also a great late game carry. Also love Elise jungle. I think that'll set up Airwalk for success as well. Now, for what it's worth, my understanding is Lee Sin outfights Elise in the early game if they match up 1v1, but Elise, of course, still an incredibly strong champion.
Yeah, if your Sonic Wave Resonating Strike hits a spider, then you have to turn around.
Yeah, hit a spider, like, never mind.
Oh, yeah, let's not do that.
See what else to go for, though.
Nidalee was banned previously,
True.
And now it's left open in favor of the ban on Kha'Zix here.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't be surprised to see that coming out from Nick. He loves things like Ziggs, and if we look back at like NA and Pekin Wolf, loves Nidalee, loves Ziggs. Basically the same playstyle in terms of poke, but Ziggs has more wave clear at a distance.
Yep. Well, here it is. The Nidalee does come through, so great long range potential, good poke potential. Of course, you can always go in after you land one of those javelins. Woolite still hovering over on Twitch, so even though Lucian was available, does go for Lucian anyway. Says, you know what, it worked last time.
They probably listened to us and be like, he talked about Twitch last game. I'm gonna hover over it and troll him.
Yeah, so I know that happened actually when you were talking with Sencook.
Yeah.
He said the manager like talked to him between the games and said, hey, you know, they were talking about your
Talon shout out to Sencook.
Go play it.
So he played in the last game. I was like, yeah, Sencox is a brother, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So, and he did really well with it. So the Lucian does come through, honestly. And as it stands, I don't really like Twitch Karma anyway, so I think this is the right choice to go for such a champion. It is going to be VB playing a shielding mid laner once again. He's going to be playing Orianna for himself, and top lane Shyvana going to come through. And now Denial has to make their last few choices.
So a lot of things are shaping up here. So once again, the Lulu is not in the mid lane. Nope. BB does not play that as well as Masterwork does, and now it's Jinx, Lulu, which is a great combination, and might set up Riddick's to just dominate the game, but he's up against a Lucian with that early game aggression, against a late game scaling Jinx, and a Karma, who has some good poke in the early game.
Yeah, true.
Still give a little bit of an edge to Lulu, but I don't know if they'll lane swap it or not, because Jinx pushes turrets really quickly. If you want to get her to free farm, you're going to have the Shyvana in a solo lane, and if that is a solo lane Lee Sin, does not fare as well.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about these situations. So Trundle the hover for Denial, I think this makes sense. Babunya, a great Trundle player. I'm thinking about it in a lane swap situation. I feel like one of the best ways to stand up to Jinx plus Lulu is actually with something like Karma Lucian. They have really good pushing. You're likely to grab Spell Thieves, you have really good AoE, and Denial could actually hold on, especially if Coast initiates a swap, because they're going to hit a more durable turret in the top lane. So I feel like even a lane swap is not that bad for Denial in the pushing situation, even though we talk about Jinx being a good lane pusher. Now, the one thing I do want to point out, though, is Orianna versus Nidalee is a good matchup if you lane swap for Orianna, because she's a big pusher. Nidalee can't hold on to that early on, and if the jungler is stuck holding on to a 3v1 or a 2v2, then you've actually got a very good situation for BB here.
Yeah, and it's really hard to gank for somebody like a Nidalee and set up kills. You'd basically be on defense duty trying to wave clear. And then Elise, very good turret pusher as well, can just go visit a different lane and be like, all right, you guys are getting 2v1 here while it's a 2v2 mid.
Yeah.
Not a situation you want to be in. And so I actually think that this champion select went a lot better for Coast Gold this time than previously. And now they actually have what they want. They can play to their strengths. They have Masterwork on that Lulu again, which he loves. BB is on a shielding champion instead of the Gragas, and now we have a Jinx in the game on Riddick's late game carry, which is what he is all about. He's all about that early game, trying to transition into the late game, but that's where he shines. So, and like that.
And Jinx has this cool like mix of like partial lane bully, partial late game carry. I know a lot of the LCS pros call Jinx one of the best late game ADs because you have that 700 range, 1.1x your damage with the rockets. They can crit as well. You can have extremely good both safety and damage output in a fight. That works really well. But if you have a lockdown support like a Thresh or Leona, which isn't what they're running here, but if you have one of those, it's very easy for Jinx to follow up with Flame Chompers with Zap and put some good damage onto the backside. Now, I haven't really ever seen a Jinx Lulu lane. I don't think it's kind of the same. I don't think it's like a real synergy there where it's like you've got some slows, like you can
keep her
poke
safe.
them. You can poke them, right?
Yeah.
But like, and it's not like keeping Jinx safe is a bad thing, right? Because you can just go to late game status anyway. But I feel like if Jinx is a balanced champion, you have to cash in on her lane bully in some way. But maybe they just want the late game and that's all they care about.
Yeah. I can see it going either way. Lulu is a very versatile support. You can poke people or just keep them safe and be like, oh, I'm going to shield you, I'm going to help picks, and I'm going to wild growth when you're in trouble. Also, I can see the Glitter Lance with the 80% slow being a good setup for the Flame Chompers in terms of zoning somebody. Like if they're close to a wall, you're like, all right, here are the Flame Chompers. You only have one route, and it's to go all the way around. And so we actually see Masterwork starting with the Ruby Crystal right now. Doesn't go for a Spell Thief's Blade. He actually wants that early vision, and this just plays more and explains more of his style, where he likes to be the support type support, the protection guy. He doesn't want to be aggressive with the Spell Thieves. So if he's up against Perm's going to have a little bit of an edge with the auto attacks, with the trading, the AP, and now you can see Riddick's is actually in the middle lane here, and this is how you sniff out a lane swap. Go ahead and put your AD carry and support in the mid lane, then figure out where their lane is going. And you have the TP on Vanez here, but Bunya does not.
Oh, true.
So they can swap it very, very quickly if they want to. Or he can just run straight down. It's fine.
TP Chiffon is interesting. I see that so rarely. I've seen it a couple times.
Well, TP is so strong now.
It is. You're right. We're going to see it more overall in the LCS and Challenger and everywhere in competitive. I suppose I'll get used to it more and more over time, but the fact that he's losing out in dueling potential, a champion that's tanky like Trundle, I feel like ganking for Vanez is going to be much tougher than you'd expect, especially when Trundle like heals during a fight. Ignite's so useful for that.
And it looks like Coast Gold are actually going for a delayed invade here, invading at the 50-second mark, going to be going for this red buff, and there's no clue on the side of Denial right now. And they're going to get 2v1.
Wow, yeah.
So they're setting it up.
There we go. Coast Gold are setting up the 2v1. BB will have a slightly better matchup here. Airwalks, I should say. Gonna have a good time of that one. Actually switches back to human form to get more spiderlings before he goes back into the spider form here. But Redbuff's gonna go to himself. Riddick's and Masterwork. It's interesting that he actually starts Ruby Crystal with the lane swap anyway, because there would be more turret pressure by going for the other item here. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed synergy there between them. Not really a synergy. I guess I'd say a dissonance between them in terms of what they want to accomplish. But this is great because Vanez, he's able to farm with the jungler. He'll get about really close to level 2, if not level 2, depending on how much he picked up. He picked up the Wraiths by himself. So he'll be able to get to lane and not be as far down as Bunya. If you look at it right now, 6 CS on him. He's picking up the small ones for himself, draining a little bit of the experience. So Airwalks will get 3, and Vanez will be very close.
That's really well planned.
Wow. So they're going to go top, 4v1 top again.
Yep.
Bottom's going to get 3v1, but TP is available for Vanez if he wants to back it up.
Yeah, and this is the right choice actually made here.
Is Lee Sin going to go through with that back? He did. Lee Sin went back. Kikis is gone, so they're going to get a free turret here.
Wow, and you're seeing actually, Perm is actually recalling back as well. It looks to me like Roulite is freezing this a little bit. They're not playing the turret trade whatsoever. They're simply saying, we'll get a level lead on you guys. They can send Babunia to the bottom lane eventually to soak up all that farm later on, but this is a very different early game. I want to see how this pans out.
But it's funny because it's the same strategy on paper. All right, things are being pressured. Get Perm on there. Let's keep Woolite in the solo lane farming. It happened last time too.
Let's see, 4v3, what happens here? Perm is there, of course, has great wave clear, but the only member of this team who's really got any good wave clear. Like Trundle, Lee Sin are only so good at it.
It's a very durable turret.
Well, it's going to be the jump in for Coast Gold.
He's going to come back down on the wrong side of the...
Ooh, gigantic slow. Good damage from Abunia. And, of course, the counterattack not likely because there's a turret there. Look at that turret barely took any damage right here.
It didn't. And that's the thing, too. I'm saying these are much more durable. You have to not get out-rotated here. And Airwalks... Oh.
Yep.
I bet he's really happy that he could walk through that big Trundle trophy.
Yep.
Because if he couldn't, he would have been dead.
You got natural synergy. It's Coast Gold. You've got to be, good around trophies. Otherwise,
ooh,
what business do you have with that name? So, Coast Gold picking a different option.
Are they going to dive here? The wave is pushed up.
Yep.
If Nick gets cocooned,
this is great. They're going to push him completely off the turret. 5-man the mid lane. I don't know how defensible this is. It does still have the little mini Doran shield buff. It's the first 8 minutes, I believe. So, not a ton of damage. The rotation comes down.
It's 5v4. Woolite still solo farming. What's this ARAM? Get in there, Woolite.
This is a great... I love seeing this. It's just so different. They're trying to get the turret down about 1/4. Still taking pain.
They're inspired by Earth mode.
Yeah.
They're getting ready for the new season.
They're getting ready. Everyone go in all the time. See, level 3 on pretty much everybody. Devon is actually still 2. I mean... There's so many ways to respond to 2v1 lanes and trying to out-rotate your opponents, but 5-man mid at 5.5 minutes, I gotta say, totally new one. It looks like Coast Gold do have the numbers lead for this one. They're a few attacks away from killing the turret
off.
Kickus! They might get the lead. Kickus forced back, jump back, Airwalks ignited, the stun on Abunia. First blood comes through though. You're gonna trade back with Lee Sin falling in the end, so a 1-for-1.
And the first blood actually did go over to Coast, to Denial on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually executed Airwalks just a little bit earlier. They got both of the flashes too, and now everything's quiet.
What a weird game. 6 minutes in. 1-1 and Woolite.
It's like
41 minions, level 5. He's going to be incredibly hard to deal with late game.
He's a monster. We always talk about this, that if you are in that high mechanics tier of AD carry, in a closed sandbox environment, you will most likely get perfect CS. He's basically playing a custom game right now, and he's like, all right, trying to get 100 by 10 minutes. Let's do this.
1v0 Lee Sin. Woolite doing the best he can with this one. Level 5. Masterwork and Riddick's going to show up. They're both level 3. I gotta say, Piercing Light's going to hit you really hard in these cases.
He's already got a BF sword worth of gold at 6 minutes.
Yep. Pretty good.
It's ridiculous. Now they're getting back into the situation. They're like, Riddick's, there's a level 6 right there. He's got an ulti.
Shield gets broken. Woolite gets a huge amount of damage down. Does not burn any summoners, but will keep chasing Riddick's down. There's the barrier. One more shot. Flashes, gets the kill. But will he get claimed for it? Looks like Airwalk's going to get the rest of the damage going through. A 1-for-1 with a 3-level deficit, I gotta say, is good for Coast.
Yeah, it is, because they get extra bonus experience when they kill somebody higher level than them. Depending on how many levels up they were, which it looked like 2. Maybe. There's a little out of positioning there. A little too far forward. Not going to take... Good thing he didn't take a huge chunk of damage.
Good shield right there by BB. He's going to be all right for this one. It's worth pointing out there's only a 200 gold lead, because even though Denial got more CS and First Blood, there is a turret lead. The top lane turret went down. Top lane tier 2 is low. Mid lane tier 1 is very low. If Coast Gold wins the fight, there's a lot of gold on the map to take.
And most of that gold is from the gold generation item, that is now the Frostfang, and the fact that Woolite has been CSing by himself this entire game. 55, almost 8 minutes in. Now he's in a 2v2 situation. He ended up dying, so they stunted that a tiny bit, put a little damper on it, and now BB's caught up. But in the overall, there's a lot of fancy footwork just to go even in the end.
Seriously.
So Coast Gold pulled out a bunch of stops. They're like, hey, look at how fancy this is. And then you end up just tying your shoe in a standard way.
So fancy.
You're like, I made a knot, but it's really nifty.
Hey, man, nifty knots are good things, all right?
No, they're not.
Were
you going for it? Were you going for it?
Well, not in the same way.
I cut you off at the pass. Oh, okay.
No, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. But I just disagree.
Okay.
Nifty knots are nifty. You say they're not. I go for the adjective.
I went for the statement.
Yes, you are. That's fine. I like questions myself, or exclamations.
Yeah.
There's just, there's just more there. The statement is like a little period. It's just, short, it's one dot. I like the line or the squiggly above it. Perm got the ward over the dragon.
Line with squiggly above it.
question mark.
Oh.
Or an exclamation
I
point.
was like, is that a tilde? What is that?
Kind of.
A line with a squiggly above it? Isn't it a dot?
I said line or the squiggly above it. Silly goose.
Okay.
Radix taking a bunch of pain, though. The root coming in from Perm as well. The Kolic blocked by Masterwork. Keeps his teammate alive. True support right there.
He flashes at the end, too, so that he doesn't get piercing light.
Yep.
Which would have killed both of them.
I know, right?
It lined up.
So, good moves overall. Honestly, Coast Gold surviving. Well, surviving, not thriving in a situation where they are very far behind in this lane. That Woolite lane freeze got him a BF sword over his opponent, and you saw it play right there. Vanas and Babunia both level 6 after everything. They've been sitting with the team.
And the Dragon's sent away.
Both ultra traded. The trophy comes out late. Vanas going to get out. 35 to 41 minion kills, and finally the bottom lane turret is going to go down. So, no, maybe?
Yep.
We're going to deny a little bit more.
Yeah. It's about to get on them. I'm like, stay by for the gold. At least one of you. And so now, up in the top lane, Vanas actually went back to fighting Babunia instead of backing and using the teleport. He's just saying, I'm going to continue the pressure. And he had great ward coverage of his map, so he knew that he was safe from Kikis, who actually hasn't had as great an impact this game as he did previously.
True. We'll see if we can find anything right here. Airwalks looks for the bottom lane. Shields on.
Oh, they left that one alive.
Ooh, the zap comes through. Perm dodges the cocoon, but is it going to be enough? The Q comes out. Kill picked up by Airwalks. There goes Kikis. Can he find much there? Puts the Tempest to triple down. Jumps back to the team.
Oh!
The ulti comes through. Riddick finds a second kill. 4-2 on the
cocoon.
map. More damage. Barrier pop.
Cocoon.
Flash. Zap. Red buff.
Oh, no.
Woolite lives.
Wow. So Flash Cocoon was used, did not make contact there. And on the overall, it's a 2-4-0. Airwalks got there early. Then we saw Kikis come up and just got involved right on the Flame Choppers after Perm was already dead.
Yep.
So they're going to get a turret for this. They're going to push themselves into a lead. And look at that. It's 4-2, even in turrets, but they're still even in gold. So this will give them that extra 1k lead they need. And Nick, he's going after BB.
Oh, the flash required. BB kind of baited him in for that one. I don't know why Nick thought he could win that fight right there, but trades his flash for the shockwave. It's going to be a bit of a lull in the lane again. Bottom lane turret does go down. Now Dragon is up. Denial with some good health for us looking for it.
It'd be a great idea to do this to equalize the gold at this point. And you also knew that the 3 members of Coast Gold that were down bottom have to back.
Yep.
So now, at least, Airwalks is just now in the area. He's going to throw a ward over the wall, and he's going to be like, oh, they're doing it. It's in repel range, but no. Too fast.
There we go. Getting picked up. Nicely done here by Denial. And put the gold back to a 300 lead for themselves. Of course, remember, top lane tier 2.
Airwalks is there, Cocoon!
Oh, wow, around the side. Airwalks, great move. BB's got to be a little bit careful, but he's going to get it. The shield from Masterwork keeping him alive a bit more as well. Perm shows up to rotate here. Going to take a bit of damage. Dodges the non-skill shot Q.
Elise is fine. Give her some nerfs and look at that. Oh, Cocoon and close.
Who's going to land? Mid lane turret is going to fall. Coast Gold capitalizing on that money right there. 700 gold lead for themselves. And they can back off for themselves. I do got to point out, though, one lane's going very poorly, and that is the top lane. A 25 minion deficit and an item deficit here, Vanas versus Babunia. That one was similarly rough last time, too.
Yeah, Vanas is just not stacking up against Babunia, even in this 1v1. But it's Trundle. You know, early on, you're supposed to do a little bit against Trundle, but then at this point of the game, you kind of lose it. The Subjugate is too much. Also, the fact that he has that kill potential with Ignite. So Babunia is on the front foot. Vanas on his back foot, trying to get a hold in this game. But his team across the map is actually doing great work. Airwalk. Amazing this game.
Yep.
Only one of the kills he hasn't been involved in. He's 2-1-2. Much better score than last time, whereas on the flip side, Kikis, 0-2-1. He didn't die last game, but now he hasn't even picked up a kill for himself. His Lee Sin is only going to get outscaled the longer the game goes. He's past that early game aggression point, and now if he ends up in a fight with Airwalks, and look at that rotation by Airwalks. He's at the right place at the right time.
Force wants to go up. Ulti is popped. Ignite comes down. Cocoon is there, but the flash in Babunia wants this kill. Can he find it? Van is very, very low, burning to death. Airwalk shows up. Masterwork shows up. There's a lantern. A javelin shows up, but Nick.
This too.
Nah, he's fine.
Yeah. I was like, if he swaps out and gets a Cocoon, maybe they can chase a bit. But oh, here comes BB. You want to kick us? No.
Nope.
Just wants to zone it.
It's fine.
Airwalk's rotations have been on point. He's at the right place at the right time, and he's out-rotating Kikis at every turn this game. He was bottom before he was. A kill went down before Kikis even got involved, and then had to overcommit. Now up top, basically the same thing, except Kika says, all right, pink ward, it's guaranteed gold, as opposed to trying to engage this and trying to save Babunya, who is done at that point.
Yes, it is. So let's see what we got this one. Wards being swept away by Denial. They want control over the enemy red buff. They get it. The end of the culling comes out. That's going to be Woolite. Happy to steal the red away from this one. Of course, they knew Airwalks was up towards the top for a bit. His recall is coming in time. Jungle claimed once again. Denial, I don't want to say they're slowing the game down, but of course there's not much to fight for, so
well,
after a few invades,
I'm looking at it now, and I actually think that Ridix is almost equal to Woolite in gold.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the kills, the assists, he just got the Zerker's Greaves next to Doran over the combination of Bloodthirster, which is good for Woolite because he'll start stacking that up. But now that he's been moving around the map, it doesn't matter about that CS. Ridix is in a good position to help to start carrying the team with Jinx.
He is. We'll see if he can make the transition.
Oh, he's free farming now.
This is good. This is good for him. And honestly, there's not a lot of threat on the Denial lineup to actually threaten Jinx. Trundle does not get in the back line well at all.
No hard damage.
Right, exactly, right? It's like Karma can haste people, Lucian has to hit whoever's in front. Lee Sin just doesn't threaten AD carries that much unless he gets the knockback kick into the enemy team. And Trundle doesn't get in the back line either. So honestly, Jinx is paying off after the rest of Champion Select. Bloodthirster's done, Zergraves are done. He can go towards Lesbos for the Phantom Dancer next.
He has so much protection too, from the Lulu and the Orianna.
Yep.
Just that peel, those shields, that health increase, that movement speed increase is ridiculous. Like,
Ridiculous?
ridiculous, yes. But that is what this team composition is all about, and I love seeing BB back on that Orianna, which is what he was having success on previously. Like Gragas, we talked about it, when he's shielding people, he's doing better. That is his strength as a player. You should play to your strengths, especially in the playoffs.
Especially right now. Airwalk's going to land the stun. Kickus is not liking these fights at all. Both level 9, has a red buff, but still forced away.
Yeah, he's at that point where he can no longer duel the tanky Elise, who's just going to shred through percent HP. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
No, we didn't talk about the AD carry there. Not
darn.
this time.
He's kicking.
It's just ridiculous.
He didn't even Kikis him. Kikis him.
Nope.
Nope.
See, this is what happens.
Trying too hard.
Trying too hard. Come on, I know all about trying too hard. Learn from me. Not always worth it.
It's one of those things where I was like half trying hard, where you're just like, might as well.
Still too try hard. You can't go half. You just it's gotta be natural.
Oh!
Ooh, he's gonna land the zap
him.
onto Woolite. Can they get the rest of the damage coming through? Airwalks is trying. He's getting a little bit of damage though. Has to jump away. In comes Ridix. Can he find it? Airwalks does not go down. Ulti comes out, does not land.
It was a mixed call there. Airwalks says, I'm going in, but at the same time, Ridix has actually backed off a step.
Ooh.
Even after the zap hit. BB's, flashing the tether.
Yep. Had to. Would have gotten rooted up, taking a javelin to the back of the head.
They have to back right now and get in position. Nobody can die right now. So 40 seconds still Dragon is up. Or Daza.
What?
Daza, we're renaming the dragon.
Nope.
Yes, we are.
What? I don't remember where that came from.
The post.
I'm missing something.
It's Baza and Draza.
I don't know that.
We're renaming them.
Okay.
Do you not even read LOL Esports?
No, I did not read that one today. Sorry about that one. I didn't read it. I didn't know.
Oh, run away, Venice.
Babunya is trying to kill Venice. He runs a bit faster, chomps him in. Down goes the kill. The solo lane, man. Every game, Babunya outperforming Venice.
Wow. So he had that whole item up of the Blade of the Ruined King completed against the Bilgewater Cutlass, just the chase potential, and that frees up a lot of pressure in the top lane. He actually walks through the turret and just takes some extra hits. He's like, I'm fine.
No big deal. It's going to be okay. Dragon contested again now by Denial. They do not have all their teammates, though. It's a 4v4. Gigantic javelin on a BB, though.
That's going to push him out of the fight. No longer can position himself for a shockwave. We're going to have TP from Venice.
It's going to make it a 5v4. Top lane uncontested, though. That's going to be a turn for Babunya, but this damage coming in for Airwalks. Can he find much? Great kick comes out from Kickus. Dragon goes to Coast Gold, keeping them 1,000 gold ahead. Babunya soon to answer that. But CSG going to disengage.
So the theme of Coast Gold has always been, let's get to the dragon. Even when we're down, we will contest it and put up a good fight, and they did right there. And they pushed them out and pick it up. So Airwalks actually has great objective control, as rotations are now on point. That first game was very uncharacteristic from somebody who was number 15 in Challenger, but now he's synergizing with the team. There was a mixed call a little bit ago with him and Ridix.
Yeah.
But if they get that under control and don't let it happen again, then they can start to get away with this game. Denial, on the other hand, they're going to have to rely on Babunya. He's been doing so much in that top lane.
Yeah, and it's worth pointing out we have not seen him in the fights yet.
Yeah.
So for one, remember, keep in mind that in any given battle, you look at the gold right here, and you see, okay, 500 lead for Coast Gold. Small lead doesn't mean much. Keep in mind, though, that there's a 1,500 gold lead on Babunia. So if the top laners are missing from the fight, it's a 2,000 gold lead for Coast Gold in the 4v4. Until Babunia joins his team, DNL are farther back than you think.
And a lot of that gold is on Baby, which is going to transition into shields. Some of it is on Riddick's and Masterwork, about 400 apiece. And all of that gold in that lead, like you said, that 1,500 is on Babunia. He doesn't have the TP to get himself in there. And
that's really good damage.
Takes a huge chunk. No culling there to try and attempt that. But there we see it.
Present this one, decent damage there onto the things, but the cocoon lands, the rocket goes in!
What?
And BB picks up the kill with the burst on the end of that one. Coast Gold keep finding it.
Combo.
Yep.
That was ridiculous.
That was painful.
Didn't even use Shockwave there.
Didn't
so
need
he still
it.
has it available.
They can find much more. Airwalk gets the ball in the back of his head. It's going to be okay. Bonna's going to get away from this one. He's got to be a bit afraid. He has Dragon form, though, so low risk for this champion. Babunia joining his team, puts the lantern, the trophy down. But Airwalk with the stun, going to get himself out to safety. 2 shields in this team.
Looking for a place to jump from. Oh, there it is!
They jump on in, they find Kickass, the chase in. Bonnas, they make much more happen. Perm's got nowhere to go. Double kill now. 4 Riddicks are going to keep going. NIQ.
Red buff.
Zap. Barrier. Doesn't matter. Another kill. Triple kill Riddicks.
Meanwhile, Babunia kills Airwalk. Not a big deal, but now they can go ahead, clear this wave out, look for some type of objective. They have all the outer turrets. Dragon's down. So now it's mostly going to be trying to get those deep wards, backing, getting your items. But I want to go back a little bit. The Shockwave was still available for BB. They looked like they were on the retreat. Airwalks had a great cocoon. Kickass continued to follow in. And then the Shockwave to suck them in. And Vanez was looking to Dragon's Descent out because he thought he was in trouble. You could tell by his posturing. And then he's like, oh, wait, that's the perfect place for me to go. Sees that avenue. Leaps right into the fight.
Absolutely was. Great stuff right here. And it's worth pointing out, this is kind of a minor point, but it's kind of a did you know.
Okay.
Back when we did like the really minor Shyvana rework where her E was a % health magic damage on attack instead of an armor shred, we updated the ultimate as well to pull people in. It was like a mini shockwave instead of just like a knockback. Yeah, it vacuums them in, which actually further grouped the team for more like AoE goodness, like Jinx rockets being a big portion of that. So extra synergy when you shockwave him in, Shyvana pulls them even closer together for the ensuing fight.
So the long and short of that is, yes, I did know, Free.
Good job.
Used to play Shyvana jungle, and it was like, I gotta run Smite Exhaust, because she had no early game gank power. Just the wave clear jungler in Season 3.
Yeah.
And then Season 4, it's like, oh, top lane, she's amazing.
Not a problem. Don't need to gank, you're already in your own lane.
Oh yeah. Wow, look at all that damage Kickass is taking.
Wow,
She's got the super mega death rocket.
Ulti. Hits Nick, doesn't matter too much though. No minions left for the turret. Riddick still taking some damage. Woolite, honestly, he's trying to put his pressure in there. Oh, it's going to be the pillar coming down. No fight. Shockwave
available once again. So if they can... Oh, he chases!
Riddick. Shockwave finds Woolite. Not good for the Lucian's going to kill Jinx, though. The 1-for-1 trade. Vanna's in the front line. Are they going to find anything? Riddick's, of course, is dead. Here goes Babunia in the side. He finds Orianna. He's still in the front line, flashing away from this one. It's a 4 versus 3. Will the Nile keep playing? They're going to back out.
The Wolf wants to play. Oh, he's got it.
Ooh, Masterwork going to find the Q. E, it's going to be the slow now with the cripple.
He can stall for Airwalks to get there.
He's trying. The
into them!
The 2-man knockup, beautiful by Kickass. Airwalks got nowhere to go. Masterwork, he's going to get him health. Heck.
Oh!
Yep. Gets the heck out of there.
Oh, Masterwork.
I don't think he got seen. Needley's coming.
Yeah, no, he's being chased pretty hard. He's,
Well, Whimsy plus help picks.
2.
Execute.
Okay.
XP range was there for Woolite, but that's Masterwork's second execute this tournament.
That's true.
This series.
That's true. So he's not boosting his enemy's KDA, he's just ruining his own.
There you go. Zero-sum game here. Actually, sorry, not a zero-sum game.
Whoop. That spear. Spears are just one of those things that whenever I see one just almost touch you, you're just like, oh, the wind.
Yep.
Wow.
Brushes your hair back, makes you look really cool, like you're modeling. There you go, you and your sound effects.
Always, always. I just
Aiden,
don't even think about it. It just happens.
I know. I know you don't think about it. You don't think.
I don't.
Nope. It's fine. You're not required to do it. You just say what you see.
April Fools! No.
No, that's just honest pejorative.
Oh, the spider!
Down goes one of the spiderlings. Airwalk's a little bit more alone than he was before. He's gonna look for the blue buff to keep him company. Cocoon's not gonna land. But with ward control, looks like Airwalks can secure this blue buff. It is gonna go over to Airwalks here.
Dragon now available.
Smite. Yeah,
so
that's smart.
Didn't smite it. Was kind of sort of baiting Kickus. He's like, if you want to take this and smite it, then that's fine. Then we'll go do Dragon. BB positioning the ball. Sucks it back to himself. Shockwave still available. These cocoons all game.
Babunia in the front line, but doesn't really go down. The shields from Perm do help quite a bit there. You're going to see now a 1,400 gold lead for Coast Gold. I got to say, much better performance than last time. Riddick's on Jinx having a great performance overall. Airwalk's also stepping up, 2, 3, and 6. Not the sexiest score, but honestly playing quite well. You can see the gold lead more than 2,000 in the top lane, and about 1,400 for Coast Gold among 80 carries.
Yeah, 10,000 gold for Riddick's, and this is the person they want all that gold on when you have this shield composition. And I want to give a shout out to Airwalks right here because, oh my lord, all game long, his cocoons are just hitting point. And with this late game scaling Elise, where it's 2 seconds at max rank, it's going to be ridiculous.
Would you say if he ganks the top lane, he's going to cocoon you? Here we go, Vana.
You say I tried too hard.
Please, mine are at least funny.
Oh, BB, please. Anyway.
Here we go. Babunia has a nice shiny red buff. Little slugger Toronto. He's actually a pretty big slugger, I gotta say.
And when you combine the Blade of the Ruined King alongside your Frozen Domain, you just stack so quickly.
I know,
chop
right?
down turrets.
I feel like you gotta swing with both arms at that point and like kind of rotate back and forth, like your Ether Wing Kale.
That's true. I love that skin.
It's so good looking.
Anyway, back into the game for ever, hopefully. Yep. Riddick's, they have all that gold on him. Once again, masterwork. He's been involved in almost every kill, 1, 1, and 9. Only one of them just gone unattended by him. And now he has the Mikhails. He's going to heal his teammate, give him a shield, get him out of CCs, give them even more HP. He then, BB, they can both slow, give him a shield, is ridiculous.
Yes.
Like, and BB is actually stacking on a great amount of damage here. 2, 1, and 5. I think it's one of the best scores I've ever seen on him. And his Orianna isn't just a shielding machine now. He's bringing damage to the table.
Yeah, Deathcap's coming in soon. Void Staff soon to follow. So one of the cool things with Orianna, she like slowly transitions into a really big damage threat more and more over the course of the game. There's just a lot more than just crowd control here. It's kind of like the inverse of Gragas, where like I feel like Orianna's damage keeps going up and Gragas becomes more about utility.
Yeah, that's true. And so, little perspective here. Vanna is level 13. Babunia is level 15. But Riddick's is also level 15. That's how much gold is concentrated onto Riddick's alongside that experience.
Keep in mind, there's no randoms done for Babunia, and Riddick's already has his Last Whisper, his third offensive item done. Babunia's days of tanking are getting kind of numbered right here.
Well, he'll just steal from Vanna's.
Yeah, he'll try, but he can. See if he gets much of it here. Kick us in turn. Still go for the ward control.
Oh,
nope.
Scatter. Not that way.
Gets a bit of a fight. Willet on the side. Javelin lands on a Riddick. So Willet going to go for much? No, he's going to jump away. No zap, but the slow from Vanez. In comes Kickus on the side as well. Good damage to the 80 carry. The rocket doesn't do too much to kick back onto Vanez.
Oh, no, no, whoa.
Whoa. Still trying Babunia in from the side. This could be the battle here. Killer's going to go down, locking them up a little bit. Riddick's not in a good spot. Down he goes. That's the first kill in for Denial. Can they get much more? There's a Masterwork on the run away. Here comes the Shockwave. Lands onto 4. Good damage. Rulite on the wrong side of the fight. He's going to go down.
They're still chasing. PB has a lot of mana. And no, they're going... that spear
said no.
That Javelin is just like, I'll convince you otherwise. Just get out of here. No more chasing. So both 80 carries get traded for each other. Babunia, great rotation down. And up. He saved you from stopping your back, Masterwork. Please.
It's just the instincts. You're like, it's a Javelin, run.
You kind of like twitch too, and it's like, okay, it didn't hit me.
Yep. That's how it goes. Sometimes you're just like,
okay.
So Riddick's, he actually adds a Negatron Cloak now, realizing that...
The spears.
Yeah, the Javelins are kind of chunking them out of these fights. I'm personally, I'm not sure, just because I feel like the only way he's dying is because of getting caught. And if you're caught as an AD carry, like a GA doesn't really help you. I think it's just more important that he positions better.
It allows the enemy team to reposition around your body so they can kill you again. Just bide your time, about 3 seconds there. You're just like, oh. Figure out how you're going to escape, or at least attempt to. No lantern here, so he can't pull off a flashy play like that. And you're saying that him getting caught out is what is killing him. It's not the magic damage, which is absolutely right. That last fight there, Babunya had the great pillar to just go ahead and section him off. And that's their main priority target. It's Ridix. Get him off the field.
Yeah.
But it might actually have to transition into BB.
It may. I mean, I figure Zonios will be the 4th item, so there's a maybe 6-minute window where you can remove the Orianna painlessly. Then it gets really hard really quickly. And I gotta say, I am impressed by Babunya this game. 5-1-1, 243 minions. I know I said earlier that, you know, Trundle doesn't really get in the back line. Jinx is safe because of that. But a flanking move like that breaks all those rules, and it was just so wonderfully played.
Positioning is always key with that. It's reminiscent of Cloud9 last season, where they would have like a cannon come in from the side, and it's like, oh, Balls is in the middle of our team with a Slicing Maelstrom. And now it's Babunya is routing you. And everybody wants to run back towards their turret, or else they're taking a long way down through the jungle. And they need to put up wards on the sides, get the vision control. Dragon is once again live, and we have Babunya backing. So he might actually head straight there and try to participate in this fight.
Let's see what they can find.
Hopefully it's a dragon.
Yeah? Which one, though?
I don't know. Not picking sides, freak.
Not picking sides. Let's go with this one. Airwalk's looking forward. Just going to just keep the ward sweeping going. Coastal don't see this ward they're standing on, though. They're going to get this one, but they don't know they're still on top of one. Riddick's taking some more poke. It's a shield. Let's see. I mean, these guys do have teleport on their Shyvana. This is smart by Coast Gold. They will force a rotation to defend Shyvana.
Oh, the TP's coming in.
Denial are just forcing the Dragon, forcing the teleport right now. Good move by Denial in this one.
Coast Gold are engaging 4v5.
They can find it. Shockwave on the 2. Kick us in the front lines. Not a good spot for him. Vanez gets the kill. Masterwork killed on the back lines, though. Can really do much there. Dragon goes over to Coast Gold. BB falls down, though. 2-for-1 fight so far. Can they get the rest of it? Airwalk down to the face. No flash. Ridix goes down as well. A slaughter there from Denial. Only Vanez gets out alive.
That's like shooting squad. Get up against the wall and we'll finish you. It was ridiculous. They rout them. We saw that Vanez came down from the top with teleport. Now, Denial with that fight are going to go straight for the Baron.
And only Vanez is alive. This is not Jungle Shyvana. No smite here. The chances of stealing are exceptionally low. You can see the Baron now taking significant damage. Will they wait for Kickers to revive? Actually, they might not even kill it in time anyway. He might
they will.
Regardless.
It's in about 2 seconds. Yeah, they got it. So all 5 members will be Baroned up. They will go ahead and put themselves even in gold for the most part. Kills, 1 down, 1 turret down. But now they have these temporary combat stats. They can start pushing this advantage. And Babunya is just huge. 7-1 and 2. And then everybody else on the team is pretty much just playing support for him.
Yeah.
At this point, he's getting all of those kills. There's a little bit falling into Wulai off the side with the culling. He'll just finish somebody off after Nick has poked them down. And they got straight onto BB that fight. Straight onto BB and Ridix, which was key. And now Ridix has his Guardian Angel, but he has to die in a good spot to make use of it, or else he's just giving up that item.
Exactly. We'll see how well Ridix can play this one. He's level 16. He's going to be a bit more durable. You can maybe stand toe-to-toe with Babunya. It depends. Babunya actually opting out of getting more health. He stops at Warden's Mail and grabs a Thorn Mail now. So really just on this flat defensive stats, relying on lifesteal and the health coming in from his ultimate to give him a bigger health buffer. I'm actually curious on the math on that.
Who's going to kill him? It's going to be Ridix. The most fed member of Coast Gold. BB, last fight, we saw how squishy he was. You just go straight for him with that extra stat you steal off of Vanez. Just chomped him, too. I wonder how Robot tastes. Probably got a metallic-y taste to it.
That's what they're made of.
Yeah.
I bet you there's wooden robots. They could taste like tree.
Wooden robots.
Why not? I could see it.
They should be made out of something delicious.
Like
anyway,
candy?
And chocolate robots.
Chocolate robots. I like it.
Like Easter bunnies. You could have chocolate rabbits with chocolate robots.
Chocolate
robots.
robots.
Orianna thing. Merchandising, get on it.
If you just misspeak, you have it right there.
That's true. But now we see that Baron buff up, Denial, pushing the mid lane. That big Wraith, oh, where was he going? He wanted to make some friends.
You know, instead of ears, they have microphones. Same purpose.
Okay.
Instead of a mouth, it's got a speaker.
Why would your
Chocolate
ears
robots.
be a microphone?
Because it lets you hear
People
things.
talk into it?
Yeah. What do you think ears do? They hear things.
Okay. Yeah. His mouth would be the speaker.
Yeah. It's analogous. Well, the siege begins, though. Baron buff is on Denial. Looking to close it out 2-0. If they win, they face Cloud9 Eclipse in the Challenger semifinals. If you win the semifinal, you are in the promo tournament. So very important for these guys.
Here's the thing, too, is that Denial got knocked down into the 3rd, 4th place match by Cloud9 Eclipse, so they want that rematch.
See if they can find it here. They're going to push forward. We're looking for this one. Damage coming through. Turret number 2 going to go down in the mid lane. 4-3 in turrets. Denial still continuing. The trophy comes out. Slowing down Coast Gold a little bit. Small minion wave here. Not going to get much more to this one. Bit of damage from Woolite.
It's completely even in gold, but all that gold is concentrated onto Babunya and Riddix.
Yeah.
And Babunya has counter-built Riddix at this point.
Yeah.
Which is very, very key to keep in mind. Riddix is going to have to get shields from Masterwork, BB to even attempt to stay alive for like 10 seconds against Babunya in some type of siege. Look at his just HP bar by itself, and he just immediately got all his health back from that.
Yeah. Ooh, the jump in, good damage. Woolite playing a little bit with fire.
BB's taking a ton of damage.
Come out. BB very, very low. Kickus doesn't find any way to go in. Babunya dives the back line, finds the kill on Orianna. No shockwave lands on pretty much anything. Babunya still in the back line, looking for more. Riddix trying to get away, kiting away from Kickus, kicked into Masterwork. Babunya still on the chase. This poor little Lulu on the wrong side of the tracks, the wrong side of town. There's Babunya going for him. Javelin not going to land, but the chop is going to go through. Kill's going to go over to Babunya as well. Mid lane now available there, 2 for 0 on this fight. Nick gets Cocoon, but I don't think he much cares. Mid inhibitor turret goes down. The chase still going for Denial. Can they take down Shyvana? Can they take down the inhibitor? The chase in from Kickus. Slows down Airwalks Riddix. The GA is popped. Will they stay for him? Will they stay for the inhibitor? The Javelin to come out, the slow, the pillar, and down he goes. 3 dead for Coast Gold.
They're out for about 50 seconds here on Riddix. We're going to have BB up in 5. And Denial, they could push this. They're going to go for it again. All that AD.
See what they can get. Airwalks in a bad spot as well. BB comes back up. No shockwave available for about 10 more seconds. Puts the harass down. Wow, flash force by Woolite. This could be a defense here. Vanez in the front lines, pushing them back. Both Nexus turrets are dead, and Denial are forced away. 28 seconds until Jinx comes back up. The rocket will be there when she is. Vanez looking forward. Airwalks on the follow. Nice kick by Kickus. Gets away from the Cocoon as well. Pillar comes down. Airwalks to try again. Can he find it? Slowed down very heavily. And well. Man, all just the slows coming out from Denial. They're trying to keep alive.
Where's it going? Oh, a little wide on the side.
Wow, the turnaround though. They think the overextension has happened. They're going to go in for this one. Babunya taking a lot of damage on the back line. Forced to run away. Woolite not in a good spot. It's going to be Beep picking up the kill onto Perm. Can they find much more? Shotgun goes in, finds Kickus. No, he doesn't go down. A 2 for 1. Airwalks, 1 shot from dead. Can they find it? Javelin blocked by Spiderling, but Babunya shows up.
And here comes Super Mega Death Rocket up the front. Is it gonna hit Kickus?
Oh, it does. It's going to be a 2 for 3 battle though, going in favor of Denial. Masterwork getting chased down by Nick. Javelin comes out, slowed by Glitterlance. Back for the pounces.
And now they're running him straight back into the base. He's like, come on guys, Nexus is this way. Follow me.
Javelin, kill picked up. Only Rittix is alive once again. There are no Nexus turrets. This could be the 2-0 for Denial. Is there a miracle saved by Jinx? It looks like it's not going to be the case. The game is going to go over. 2-0, 38 minutes. Denial into the semifinals.
So Coast Gold put up a great fight from start to finish there.
Yeah.
Even gold throughout most of it. And then if we looked at the score from Airwalks during the laning phase, amazing rotations, amazing cocoon ganks. But then I kind of got to the mid-late game, and I was like, why does Coast have so much gold and it's all on Riddix? Oh yeah, that's right, it's Airwalks. And I didn't see the Elise for a very long time making these picks because we kept seeing Denial group up. And then when there wasn't a numbers advantage, they would just back off. Like, you can have Dragon, that's fine. We'll go back to farming. We don't want to risk getting caught.
Yeah.
And then when they started playing that game and learning to respect Airwalks and his cocoons, they thrived. And then that Dragon fight just transitioned to the Baron for them, which was just great on the overall. And Babunya was just a monster scaling up.
Yeah, I mean, that it was the isolated 1v1. And
Yeah.
at the beginning, we talked about it. Right? It's like, hey, teleport Shyvana, not a great duelist. We're going to be hard to gank for. You're not going to stop Trundle. That
Yeah.
actually paid off throughout the game. The Ignite, the fact that he could solo Vanez under the turret and get the kill there. That's Babunia, right? About
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes in, made that happen.
And on the flip side, you really want Ignite against Trundle. You
Yeah.
will have the subjugate healing. You will also stop his passive from healing him as much, which is actually a lot more in teamfights than you think, because people are wave clearing with their AoE abilities at the same time. So I just feel like the teleport, they use some of the lane pressure and the map rotation on that well, but then there was just that one time that it didn't work out for them. And
Yeah.
because the gold was even so long in the game, that it just took that one fight.
It was interesting because Coast Gold didn't want to trade different objectives. So think
Yeah.
back to game 1, where the very similar thing happened, right? You had Wulate pushing the top lane as Lucian, and DNL tried to delay Dragon. This is 15 minutes in on game 1. And Coast Gold said, we're going to stick for Dragon. We want the Dragon. We're going to get it. DNL backed off and gave them that, but traded top inhibitor turret for it.
Yeah.
In this game, Coast Gold has Vanez pushing the top lane with teleport Shyvana, shoving top lane. He's about to hit turret number 2. And they say, you know what? Forget trading turret for Dragon. Just teleport down and force a 5v5. So instead of just trading globals and then kind of creating pressure on the map, they say, no, let's take everything.
Yeah.
And they lose that fight and lose control of the game they were winning.
And I think that Coast Gold is in a better spot now. Airwalks had a really good early game that game, but then he kind of fell off near the end. And then that first game, he didn't have a good game in the overall at all. Gigas was just putting on a masterclass on how to jungle and how to take all the kills for yourself. Yes! That's how junglers should do.
Bloodthirsty junglers,
And
do it.
then Vanez up in the top lane against Babunia in just that solo environment, 1v1, what can happen? Just wasn't really stepping up to the plate, and Babunia was showing that he's in a little bit of a different league there.
Yeah, played phenomenally. So now let's look forward. So Coast Gold are out of the tournament.
Yes.
Their shot at the summer split is done. They can, of course, play the Summer Challenger Series and try to qualify through there. And they'll do what they can with this one. We'll see how it goes. Of course, the seeded teams that'll go into the Summer Split 1 are the ones that fail the promo tournament. So there's not even a seed there for them. They've got to play through the Rank 5s ladder. But DNL, they move on. They move on to the semifinals. They're going to face Cloud9 Eclipse.
Yeah.
Now, these guys fight each other a lot. Spring Series 1, DNL lost 1-2 to C9E. Spring Series 2, DNL 2-0s them. In the recent past, they played an EUS Challenger Cup, and C9E won 3-1. These guys have a back-and-forth history, and you can't necessarily call it for either one.
Yeah, and here's the thing, too, is you said they 2-0'd Cloud9 Eclipse. Cloud9 Eclipse were the #1 seed from the first series here.
Yeah.
And then they come in, get knocked out in the round of 8, and they still get themselves that first round bye. Cloud9 Eclipse does. So that's why they're into the semifinals immediately, which, Departed, they were kind of wrestling them for that spot, and it end up in the 3rd place, which is fine, because now they get to face them anyway.
Right.
And that could be huge. If they beat them, they automatically become one of the top 3. If they lose, they have to play that 3rd, 4th place match to figure out who gets that final spot.
Yeah.
That's just forward-looking in about next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a couple weeks.
A couple weeks ago, I think. Yeah. But certainly...
Tomorrow we'll find out what all the brackets look like for EU.
Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at the bracket, of course. So just to kind of break it all down, so you guys, if you haven't been following the Challenger scene very much, over the first and second spring series, the top 2 points holders, which is Ninjas in Pajamas and Cloud9 Eclipse, of course, got buys. You see them waiting in the semifinals. Today we saw DNL 2-0, and as we see, they're going to face Cloud9 Eclipse. That's the 10th of April, so it's a little bit more than
about a week.
About a week from now. On the other semifinal, though, or the other quarterfinal, I should say, Reason Gaming versus Mouse Sports. Now, Mouse Sports is formerly Meet Your Makers. Of course, they're going to be playing tomorrow. We're going to see how that matchup plays out.
Yeah, and Mouse, formerly MYM, stepping up to the plate here. And, congratulations to DNL making it to the semis. And see how that plays out.
Yeah, of course, as we see, DNL 2-0, going to face C9E. Of course, tomorrow, that matchup is going to come through. So, important things. And, of course, again, if you lose in the quarterfinal, you get put out. You have to play the Rank 5s ladder once again, and you try again in the summer split. You try again to qualify in season 2015.
Yeah, it's a long way away.
Yeah. So, again, you talk about, players playing really well. You talk about MVP for this series. I got to say, I think Babunia definitely for Game 2. Kikus definitely for Game 1. I think those are the 2 really big impact players.
Throwing out MVPs, just Here's take an MVP. You take an MVP.
Yeah, I think my OP.
Freak, have my MVP.
I think my OP5 goes to Denial.
Yeah.
I think that's where that one goes. But of course, speaking of MVPs for the day, I gotta say, Earth the Manatee is definitely a big one. I feel like him, ultra rapid fire, designed that by himself, actually coding it in by himself as well. He is that powerful of a manatee.
Yeah. Live on the servers, go test that for us because we need all the kinks taken out of that before we make it the LCS.
It's fun.
In Season 5.
It's really fun. Please just try it, play. It's amazing. So guys, before we get to the Challenger matches, of course, tomorrow the pros take to the Rift for the second day of Super Week. Kicking off the 6 games is the fight between Alliance and Millennium.
And rounding out the action is the battle between longtime rivals Gambit and Fnatic. Remember, the game starts at 5 p.m. Central European, 8 a.m. Pacific.
And with that, our time together has come to a close tonight. But before we go, I want to say thanks again to our friends at Coca-Cola. Now for myself, Zaya Reed, and the entire live broadcast crew, thanks for watching, good night, and go play some Earth.